Hello, hello, hello. Hello. No, excuse me. Hello. How's everyone? Hello, Alex. Hello, me. Hello, Wolf. Hope you all had a good weekend. I hope you got some rest. And okay, I'm very quiet right now. You seem a bit quiet. Yeah, I noticed. At least, coughing still works in the normal volume. Luckily, I muted myself. This is better. This should be more normal. I will get there. I will get there. I had a very bleh, energy-wise, day today. I just ate, so now my body is like, yeah, but you could also just rest, and just rest. And we're like, no, I don't wanna. But yeah, I hope everyone had a good weekend. Relaxing, kind. I don't know, kind is kind of the right word. But just, getting to do stuff, getting to rest, getting to sleep in maybe. I hope those of you who are in Europe didn't forget that last night we gained an hour, which is absolute bullshit because there's no gaining or losing hours. It's all just messing with our head. You were productive today. Did the dishes, laundry, cleaning the bathroom, and taking. Oh, jeez. That is actually, and that on a Sunday. My God. I didn't. I slept late. Well, I woke up relatively early. Then I fell back asleep. But it wasn't a restful sleep. Then I had breakfast. Then I took a painkiller because I had a headache. Then I went back to bed because I was feeling poopy in my head. And I was listening to Joru's stream while kind of just laying there, and I most likely fell asleep multiple times, but also I just was just laying there like oh, 1 second. No, it doesn't have anything to do with playing board games until 4 a.m. No. I've been doing that. I've been staying up that long before as well. No, then I actually did wake up, leave the bed, because I cannot just lay in bed feeling mopey all day. So I moved to my PC, I think. I don't know. I think I did. No, I gave the dogs a carrot each, and then I went up and then I went to my PC, played a bit of Minecraft, and by a bit I mean till when I said hey, I'm having food now. Stream's gonna be delayed. Now I'm here after we had sushi. So now let's I'm definitely not. I slept a lot today, so I don't know why I'm tired. Anyways, let's just switch to here. Let's just switch to here, and we will start night 5 with Julia. With Julia. Okay. I should. Oh, okay. everything should be as intended. Boop, let me shuffle some things around on my other monitor. Oh right, we're talking... So we are La Sombra, like the first, or the representative of the La Sombra in the Camarilla, New York. And most people hate us. Some are indifferent to us, and others might actually like us. And we were not invited to a party. But if I remember correctly, something went wrong. What that was, I don't remember. But something did went wrong, and we had to... We were like picked up by Kadir, the sheriff, and then we like went to the party anyways because Kadir was like, well, might as well. And we were given the task of like investigating whatever shit is going down, which I definitely remember what is going down, and by that I mean I have no clue. And he just was like, okay, just do your job, and like, so they cannot complain. It's not like you're gonna solve the case anyways. So I think now we're talking to, Ailing Sturbridge, the leader of the New York Tremere, and apparently we're looking for... Oh right, people went missing. Like, or something like that. Like something with Agathon, who was from the first game. And yeah, we're talking to her, I guess. I guess I never expected there to be such a long break, or at least for my memory to be better. Anyways, as I already told Kadir, and numerous times at that, I have no idea what happened with Agathon. The Broadway Chantry, part of the Chantry of the Five Boroughs, is Ailing's usual hangout place these past few nights. She's in a hurry and not willing to talk. Do you have any idea about this connection to kindred going by the name of Tamika, D'Angelo, and Hope? Our old group. Except for Hope. We really didn't do much with Hope. I don't. I made it a point to keep our relationship strictly professional one and never meddled in his personal affairs, unless they influenced our work, that is. But it only happened one time. Ah, yes. The infamous Yunoke. No, that wasn't his voice. Ah, yes. No. I'll get there. I'll figure out again what kind of voice we gave him. Ah, yes. The infamous Yunoke. Something like that. I don't know. About that, Could that case be the reason he's missing? I seriously doubt it, for many reasons. I think the boy's lost his appetite for studying blood magic and has set out to do a little soul searching. It was quite rude of him to not give me a proper warning before he departed. Still, this line of work is not particularly favored by folks with a perfect grasp of savoir-vivre. I was not expecting to have to speak French. I do hope his search will bring him back right where he started, begging me to take him back in. The boy's talented, and I did put a lot of time into mentoring him. If he doesn't, well, que sera, sera. And now we're speaking Spanish, I think that is, or is it Italian? No skin off my back. So you won't even entertain a possibility that he found himself in harm's way? I know an answer to that one. A researcher's mindset. She doesn't think it's worth considering the worst case scenario seriously and just takes things as they come. I don't know, or something like that. It's been too long since I read his voice. Precisely. If, for example, climate change scientists didn't operate this way, most would have put a bullet in their own head long ago. That's a cheery thought. I'd like to search the Chandri of Agathon's whereabouts. Our good sheriff already did that long ago. You'd just be wasting your time, and ours for that matter. When you say Helen was waiting for us, Kadir? Give the girl 15 minutes, Ailing. A minimal support for an ongoing investigation. And besides, she has a proclivity for finding things everyone else has overlooked. 10 minutes. If you attempt to pass this door, or that one up there, I can't guarantee you'll walk out of here alive. Thank you very much, High Regent. Just get on with it. Ooh. What the fuck? My time here is practically up, and I've found nothing of use. It seems Agathon was completely dedicated to this work. Even his personal quarters are as barren as it gets. Oh, right, I know what happened. I remember now. The Baron of the rebel people. I forgot their group's name. He died, and we found a safe and stuff like that, for example. So yeah, that happened, and we have to investigate what happened there. It's all research. He seems like such a bore. Focus, Julia. What would you do if you were a warlock workaholic? Where would you leave clues to your whereabouts? What would you do if you found yourself in mortal danger and wanted Dakota to know? It's loose. Was that? Yeah, it was facing this way, huh? I approached the place where I saw the shadowy silhouette appear. It's a brick wall, and one of the bricks is loose. Kadir and Ailings are in another room right now, still discussing the party. It's not that bad. You ought to learn how to find humor in the little things. It's the meaning, Sheriff. That's all there is to it. It's time. I work the brick loose until I can grip it. Then I tuck it as silently as possible, revealing a hole in the wall. Inside there's a book. I browse through it quickly. Agathon's diary. There's the bingo. Your 10 minutes are up. So are your 15 minutes, in fact. Are you done yet? If I could just get 5 more minutes, I still feel like I could stumble upon something here if I just look a little more. No way, Julia. Time to go. Fine, Dad. I put the brick back and take the diary with me. It did look like Agathon left it so that someone in the Chantry could find it, presumably the High Regent. But my investigation takes priority for now. I bid Kadir and Ailing adieu and start looking for a secluded place to read the diary. This place here should be secluded enough for me to browse through the diary in peace. I start quickly skimming the book, singling out sentences and paragraphs that look interesting, trying to get a general idea of what kind of person Agathon was. Or is, I hope. The more I read, the clearer the image of the person becomes. He's been working under the High Regent for 15 years. Okay. There's an underlying shame in the way he talks about Tremere magic. He always describes himself as too slow on the uptake, too late to learn something, too much of an amateur. He was really into tying his self-worth to his wisdom. The entries beginning in 2012 are terrifyingly regular. The handwriting is extraordinarily neat. The author's absolute dedication to his studies is palpable. If there's anything to his unlife besides work, it's his relationship with the three important women he holds dear. The first is his master, Ailing Sturbridge, whom he reveres for her knowledge, stoicism, and willingness to experiment. I was hoping to find some details about her secretive work here, but no dice. Looks like he was willing to risk someone finding all about his inner life, but not anything that could harm her studies. A good pupil, serving a good mentor. I'm jealous. The second is another warlock, his ex-lover, Juno, whom he feels guilty about. They had a conflict in which Ailing was involved. Having to choose between the two, he chose Ailing. According to Agathon, there was never real love between him and Juno. First it was just shared interests, then a growing disconnect, and ultimately guilt, which made him feel responsible for her. Well, maybe it's just excuses. He strikes me as the kind of person who spends most of his time inside his head. Doesn't sound like someone you could have fulfilling romance with. That one time in high school... Don't dwell on it. Let's not dwell on it. I know what you're doing, Julia, but this is not a rabbit hole you'll want to be stuck in right now. Keep reading. Anyway, last but not least, Agathon's mortal grandmother, Sylvia. She's the light of his life, and the person who took care of him after his parents died in a ritual murder. Not quite what I expected. Her family used to serve a cruel vampire in Mexico City, and it was retribution for their escape. She was the lead Tremere used to track him down, actually. He was keeping her alive for a long time, but a few months ago her heart gave up. Agathon blamed his insufficient skills, the kind of man who carries the entire world on his shoulders. Left alone with Ailing, he drowned himself in work and eventually burned out. It doesn't sound like Sylvia's death was the only event that triggered his depression. It was some kind of incident back in 2019. He doesn't sign specifics. Another thing he was worried about writing down, it's all vague mentions of a person who made him fly too close to the sun. Whatever happened, it had the same effect as his grandmother's death. New York stopped feeling like a home to him. It became alien, empty, grotesque. His words. I checked the first page. There's a recent photograph of him glued to the inner side of the cover. He's facing away from the camera, only showing his profile and striking a rather dramatic pose. At first it looks kind of poserish to me, however upon closer inspection it seems like a goodbye photo, the final melancholic glance he throws in your direction before disappearing for good. There's also a single black feather, no idea what it means. Something's written next to the photograph with a lot of flourish. It looks like a poem. More than annoyed, sad. More than sad, unhappy. More than unhappy, suffering. More than suffering, abandoned. More than abandoned, alone in the world. More than alone, exiled. More than exiled, dead. More than dead, forgotten. The Sedative, 1917, by Marie Laurencin, maybe, I don't know. It looks like he wrote it down recently. It might have resonated with his emotional state over the past few months. Most importantly, it seems to confirm his intent with his diary to me. The general idea seems to be his research will outlive him, so he doesn't even detail it. Still, he wanted some kind of tangible memory of who he was left for posterity. But that's not all. There's still a mystery to be solved. Quite a few of the pages towards the end are missing, but it doesn't look like they were necessarily removed to redact information. They were torn off in a way that makes it clear the paper wasn't ever used. What's more, the preceding pages are empty I just saw that I could scroll there. Well, okay, could it be that that's when it happens again? I notice a bizarre shape in my peripheral vision. Blade. I turn to catch a glimpse as fast as possible, but it's already gone. If my heart could beat faster right now, it would be jumping out of my chest. It's discomforting. I've been seeing these apparitions ever since I turned into this. The worst part is, I feel they were always there. Even as a mortal, they were there sometimes in the corner of my eye, disappearing when I tried to look directly at them, making me think it was just my mind playing tricks on me. But when you're part of the Night Clan, there are times they don't disappear. There are times they talk. There are times they try to force you to do their bidding. And worst of all, no, I don't want to think about it right now. Still, in my experience, they aren't exactly, I don't know, consciously malevolent. This one in particular was trying to help. Open the book on the first empty page. Guess who got 5,000 points? I don't know. Who could that be? I don't know. Who could it possibly be? I mean, you know, speak German for 5 minutes. God damn it. God dang it. Okay, let me set the timer on my phone. Because that's actually easier than doing it. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Phone, please cooperate. 5 minutes. Okay. And a 3. Wait. 3, 2, 1. 5 minutes. Begin now. Gut, dann halt weiter auf Deutsch. Ihr seht ja den Text auf Englisch, also kein Problem. Ich öffne das Buch auf der ersten leeren Seite und guck mich um, dass auch niemand mich anstarrt. Dann schneide ich mich mit einem Rasierer, mit einer Rasierklinge, die ich in meiner Tasche mit mir rumtrage, nur um sicher zu gehen. Es ist kein tiefer Schnitt. Ich möchte nur einen Tropfen Lebensblut auf die Seite fallen lassen. Das ist der Moment, wo die Buchstaben auftauchen. Ich warte, bis alles da ist. Sieh mich an. Ein Clown. Nicht mehr so. Was ist das Wort? Ich kenne es. Was? Ach komm. Mir fällt das Wort gerade nicht ein. Selbstbewusst. Nicht mehr so selbstbewusst. nicht mehr so selbstbewusst, dass meine eigenen Leute vertrauenswürdig sind. Ich werde zu einem... Ich weiß nicht, was ein Spick ist. Ein Camarilla-Spick. Um genau zu sein. Reservierte... ich kenne die Worte halt, also ich kann sie benutzen, aber übersetzen. Reservierter Unmut. Worauf wartest du, Junge? Los, lach mich aus. Mach dich. Spott ist alles, was ich verdiene. Punkt. Na los. Steh da nicht nur rum wie ein Idiot. Du möchtest etwas sagen. Sage es. Was zur Hölle? Das ist das Letzte, was ich erwartet hätte, das passieren wird. Dieses Tagebuch ist heimgesucht, verhext. Wie gesagt, ich warte, bis der ganze Text da ist, weil es einfach ist. Eine Serie von sich schnell ändernden Sätzen und Bildern, zusammengestellt aus Schatten und Blut, geben mir ein Fenster in eine andere Realität. Was? Nee. Es ist eine objektive Sicht. Es ist, als ob zertrümmerte Überbleibsel von Emotionen, ähnlich denen eines Traumes, an den man sich halb erinnert, voll mit Löchern, aber eine ehrliche Darstellung seiner Gedanken. Könnte es mit mir interagieren? Es ist nur eine Hypothese, aber... Oh mein Gott. Thank God. Okay. Might it be interacting with me? It's just a hypothesis, but I don't know why else it would show me Callahan. And was that Ellis Island? Like, it's so weird for me to speak German reading an English text, because I know the words, I know what they mean, but I cannot, just for the love of me, translate them. And I cannot even explain why. I think because I don't translate in my head, I just speak the languages. I don't go like, oh, this word means this in like English or German, and like, so I can like do this or this. It's wild. So that's why it's so difficult for me to like translate on the spot. Right. This time I don't even look in its direction. The voice makes me feel oddly confident about what I need to do. I pick up the feather that was in the diary and dip it in my vitae. Speaking to it's like, the thing is, I can switch between them, but like I cannot. If you ask me to translate from English to German or German to English, most times I struggle because I'm not good with vocabulary. My vocabulary is good, but I'm not good with vocabularies. Like, if you just ask me to like literally translate some things, I tend to be like, I don't know, what does the word mean? I know it. But yeah, I still do regret having these speak German for 5 and 10 minutes readings. I pick up the feather that was in the diary and dip it in my vitae. Then I write down. Ooh, compassion, confusion, or contempt. Contempt. Let's try contempt. You sold out your ideals long ago, old man. You're a shithead, a coward, a bigot, a failed leader, hated by everyone serving you. Oh wait, no, he's Agathon. Look. You sold out your ideals long ago, old man. You're a shithead, a coward, a bigot, a failed leader, hated by everyone serving you. Of course I have nothing but contempt for you. Good Lee. Some honesty. No. Oh wait, his voice was deep and booming. Good. Lee. Some honesty. Now we can talk to each other like equals. It doesn't feel like this is the way these events took place. It's more like a way to explore Agathon's emotional truth about the way it all unfolded. So, we're playing a visual novel where the protagonist is playing a visual novel. Do I understand that correctly? In a book, mind. In any case, the diary is reacting to me, and some shade of the truth is better than nothing. It's a handy tool, and if I use it right, I might find some clues that could aid me in my investigation. There are a few thoughts floating around in my head, like alien entities trying to make their way out. Is that also an effect of the diary's power? Let's try. There. Is it fear of death that drove you to contact me? Don't be loose. I've been ready to die since before you even came out of your mama's womb, boy. No, I fear some worse. So, when you heard about their plot? Yes, I wasn't afraid it would fail and leave me for final death. I was it would succeed. God damn it, what are the two of you talking about? Where did you meet? Ellis Island. Why did you pick this place to meet anyways? It's secluded and there's something in the air here that makes all the blood magic go haywire, which is especially important. And because of me? You're still afraid I might be part of the experiment? No, because of that devil woman. Blood running cold. All the scribbling disappear and another set starts taking their place. The diary conjures an image of a completely different place. I instantly get a feeling of deja vu. I process the space differently. The atmosphere is different, more familiar, homely, but this is unmistakably the Tremere Chantry I visited earlier tonight. And standing there is just the person I'd expect. ... Looks like that's it for my meeting with Callahan. Damn it. But what if the person he was talking about and eliciting a strong emotional reaction from was ailing? Ailing. I don't know if the ailing reached the microphone or not. The diary awaits my next command. Why? Why, Regent? Why? Why? You can't be serious. These experiments needs resources, and I wouldn't be able to provide all the needed materials in a reasonable time frame all by myself. It's quid pro quo, and it's not like my research isn't helping all kindred in a run. I don't feel comfortable being part of this at all. I always thought we were busy with science, not politics. These are the words of a child, Agatha. Science has always relied on politics, and politics on science. Not like this, High Regent. Don't me, Agathon. Not like this. The moving scribblings disappear again. I hastily let another drop of blood fall on the page. What appears this time is yet another familiar face. Ah, yes, Agathon. What is it that you wanted to tell me? You goddamned rat. You goddamned rat. I beg your on? The harpy vanishes. Yeah, right. As if I could gather enough courage to say this to your face. But the least I can do is try and stab you in the back. The diary ends here. I spill a little more vitae on the page, but it no longer works. I suppose that's it. Still no idea what happened to Agathon. Is he alive, or is he dead? He's alive. Maybe Dakota's right. Been a glass half empty buzzkill too often. I will brace for the worst, but hope for the best. The way he left his diary for someone to carry on his work, the hints he strategically left inside it, he's got this all planned out, no doubt about it. I chose to believe I will see him again one night. Maybe I'll even compliment that jacket he has. What is that? That's here. Our traits. Glass half full. Loyal to the end and glass half full. Okay, sure. In any case, I think it's time to pay a visit to the art hall. I know our two-row tends to leave the Elysium quite often to take in some fresh air and message people on his BlackBerry. But just wait until I see him. The tactic works. He's surprised to see me. Miss Savinsky, shouldn't you be busy with your investigation? I am, actually, which is why I've come to see you. That's peculiar, because I'm absolutely sure I have nothing to do with this case. Aren't you barking up the wrong tree? I mean, it would be too easy if you just said, like, ah yes, it was me, I killed him. That's what I'm here to find out. I assumed you'd want to see. I'm thorough. Yes, sure, I suppose it's commendable. What is it then? I have reasons to believe that in the last few months, you, the High Regent Ailing Sturbridge, and her child, Agathon, were involved in a secretive scheme. His expression changes ever so imperceptibly, but the difference is palpable to me. For the first time ever, he looks at me as a person. Up until now, it was just an amusing diversion. Now something more, and he doesn't like it. What gave you this idea? I'm not at liberty to say. If you really want to know, ask the sheriff. Of course, Kadir doesn't know anything, but he's the only one in the court that Arturo has repeatedly failed to influence. We'll think twice before approaching him. I failed to see how this matter relates to the task at hand. Well, I have every reason to think Baron Callahan was involved, and that he might have grounds to fear for his life because of said scheme. He's tense now. Do I have the upper hand? Miss Savinsky, please answer the question. The delicate matter you are speaking of has absolutely nothing to do with Baron Callahan's grim fate. It's a strictly confidential affair. It would be wise of you to stop pursuing it. It would be wise of you to fuck off. I can't be an investigator if I'm not allowed to properly investigate. This matter is unrelated to your work and should be treated as such. I'm 100% convinced Prince Panhard would agree. If you insist on pursuing it further, we can take it up to the prince and see if her stance differs from mine. But I think you aren't as naive to waste her time this way, and besides, she'd certainly want you to present the basis for your discovery to the court. Could you handle it? Maybe if, I have no response. Oh, damn, this is his revenge for invoking Kadir, isn't it? I thought so. Is the High Regent in sight? She is. But don't worry, I'll make sure to tell her not to waste your precious time, Mrs. Vinsky. So that's how you're gonna play it, you bastard. Well, I guess you win this round. A strategic retreat is my only choice here. I don't have a full deck of cards yet. But just you wait. In a few nights. I'll take my leave then. Yes, do that, and if I may be so blunt, focus on the investigation avenues that aren't utterly imbecilic and suicidal to pursue, miss. I bid you adieu. I curse him out under my breath as he disappears inside the art hall. Yes, this avenue really is cut off for me. At least for now. 3 names left on the list. I still have some leads to go by, but for now, it's getting late. I should go to St. Patrick's and file my latest report. When I reach the cathedral, Father Leonard is already there. He's not exactly the most punctual person, so I always feel relieved to see him from afar. Time to move in and move out before I'm noticed by Benoit. Will this be all? I don't know what voice I gave him at all. He had like 1 appearance. I guess so. I rattled off most of it in a hurry on the way here, so I'll come up with more exhaustive reports tomorrow night. Busy. Looks that way, Father. Our wayward girl has finally been recognized by her superiors. I also forgot his voice, but he was like kind of zealotry, kind of an idiot. Here we go again. Of course, he had to sneak up on me. If even you heard about that, I guess that means every single kindred in the 5 boroughs knows. I know you're an expert when it comes to knowing who's saying what and where, but the last time we met, you promised to share that knowledge with me. Yeah, I was kind of lying. That's the 9th commandment broken. Father, shouldn't you scold her? Don't involve me in your silly games, Benoit. The way you fall for obvious lies stems from your biggest failing in communication. And that is... That's a lot of very unsent... Yeah. He apparently fell hard into the Catholic, you know, religion. And now he's like a mega believer. I mean, the big one is on his shirt, then he has another one above it. You only pay attention to the what, and that's being said. What that's being said and not the how. That's... Booyah, motherfucker. Suck it, annihilated with an absolute flawless diagnosis. Child, don't make me regret siding with you. I'm sorry, Father. Won't happen again. Especially if you promise to keep verbally destroying that clown. You're in a strange mood tonight, child. Go get some sleep. Yes, we'll continue this tomorrow. I'm not showing up here tomorrow. Yes, you are. Stop breaking the 9th commandment. See you around, Julia. He says my name in a sickly sweet way that gives me the creeps. I bow to Father Leonard, do my best to ignore Benoit, and head for Dakota's place. Finally, my haven. Haven. God damn it. A girl has to hide from the sun somewhere, right? That tends to be at Dakota's place for me lately. Nobody's likely to randomly stumble upon me when I sleep there. Hey. Hey. Another tough night. You don't know the half of it. You want a drink? She points to her neck. I manage to summon a faint smile. I love to, but, you know, we can't do this too often. Maybe tomorrow. You want to talk then? Yeah, guess so. Just not about work, okay? I sit down next to her. Not about work. Got it. What's on your mind then? The past. Yes. Meaning how spotty our memories are, and how despite that, that's what we build our convictions on. Sorry, so banal? Banal? How do you pronounce that in English? In German it's just banal. I'm just tired and frustrated. Well, let's talk about something more specific then. What do you remember about the time we first met? The time we first met. Yeah. Shit. Not a lot, actually. Those were gloomy, anxious days. I think I subconsciously replaced most of them with blank spaces. I remember you trying to paint your hair black. Ouch. Don't dig up my trauma now, okay? I remember that when we first talked, we talked about Hausu. Don't say Hausu. It's low-key racist, I think. I don't know what or who that is. Nobody ever knows what you mean by house. Ah, that show with the asshole doctor. No, the Japanese haunted house horror film that feels like it was written by a 7-year-old with a... Ah, okay. Was written by a 7-year-old with ADHD. In the best way. In the best way. We were arguing which character from the movie both of us are. You were Kung Fu and I ended up as Prof, which was rude. You were dressed up like a total nerd. Not my fault. What was the deal with that suit? I like that suit. Yeah, it was okay. I remember helping you out with graphic design whenever you needed it. Funny, I remember you needing help with writing as something that tended to happen far more often. Yeah, we developed a fun, shared aesthetic with similar surface concerns, and it bonded us together even before we made sure we were fully compatible deep down as human beings. Well, I'm still not sure we are, especially now with me not being a human being anymore. But hey, at least we both agree that this bedroom feels super comfortable. Can I just complain about something? I will just do it because you cannot stop me. I got, I think 2 nights ago, bitten by a mosquito in October, mind, in my right hand, twice. Once on my little finger, and then slightly below it on the side of my palm where you would rest it. My hand is itching so bad. It's killing me. It's not. And if it is, it's doing it very slowly, but like... It's not supposed to be mosquito season anymore. I remember always feeling left out of your social circles. Always knocking on the door from the outside. Oh, forget it. My social circles were full of out-of-touch snobby assholes. Yeah, but it felt weird how much they avoided me, and it was that one time with Isabella. All of a sudden, one thing Isabella said at that one party flashes my mind with startling clarity. At midnight in that kitchen without contact, she just walked up to me and she will isolate you. She will suck you dry and she'll move on to the next target. That's the only thing she knows. Don't remind me of Isabella. She always resented me. It's been so long and it's all baseless conjecture now. But what if she really did isolate me on purpose back then? Nah, the glass is half full. The past is Schrodinger's cat and all that. Better to believe in the positive version of events. Come to think of it, friend or foe, if you don't believe they're on your side, they will know it one way or another, and that it's 100% certain they won't be on your side. Maybe optimism really is the way. Yeah, forget Isabella. Let's just drop this talk. I'm frustrated enough. I need a reset. Sounds like a good idea. Off to sleep? Yeah, gotta get ready to go back to hell tomorrow. Alright, I'll get back to work. You're working remotely again? Yeah. My office is going insane for so many reasons, and I'm getting cabin fever too. Get some sun. Will be good for you. Look who's talking. Good night, sunshine. Good night. Oh, sweet. Who was that? Bunny is a oh, right. Yeah, that was one of the options we had. Old acquaintance. A few minutes after I wake up, I see a message slipped under the apartment's front door. Kadir? Yep. Looks like he's got a short window to meet me in Queens a few hours from now. Willets Point. Single suggestion. Get ready for action. Fine then, I will. Best way to do it would be to clear my mind. Just walk without thinking, reset the framework. Some fresh air should do it. Maybe a chance meeting with someone could get me out of this mental rot. Let me look at the world from a different angle for a while and improve my mood. Although, when it comes to improving one's mood, nothing beats some crimson red pouring down my throat. Not to mention, these cigarettes taste best with a full stomach. Let's go. Let's go. Ooh. Ooh, she's the stalker. There's no place like home and I need a little peace. Big burger, here I come. But wait, who's this loon? Ooh, or... I'm being tailed. Oh, this is the nerd from... This is one of the not Malkavian, the Nosferatu plays. Not plays. The shark-looking dude in the limo. I'm being tailed. The last thing I need right now is a weirdo stalker following my every step. Did I take this investigation too far down the rabbit hole? Okay, so she will know, but we know that she's on the side of the prince. I'm gonna metagate the shit out of this. You know what? Fuck her. Go with him. I'm sure there are better ways to finding solitude than wandering aimlessly in the endless downpour. There are nights when I dive straight into a dizzled crowd and voraciously enjoy their sweat. Oh, sweet. Oh, sweat, yeah, sweat. Their hypnotic moves and mindless self-indulgence. When my body starts to resonate with the relentless wall of sounds, everyone disappears and I'm raptured into a perfect kind of isolation. Then there are those nights when I crash on the couch while Dakota goes on a rant about something so far removed from my area of interest, I zone out and enjoy the privacy of my own thoughts. But then there are moments like this one, nights when I just want everyone to shut the fuck up so I can think. Those nights I usually end up mindlessly strolling along the rain-swept streets before inevitably ending up at a Big Beat Burger, or at least that used to be the norm before this whole mess. Lately, even that kind of solitude seems out of my reach. Especially when I'm being tailed by a poor man's Ethan Hunt on a crash diet. He's been following me for 10 minutes and so far he has managed to bump into an empty newsstand, make enemies of several cab drivers, and even got bitch slapped by a living statue while trying to blend in. As he shortens the distance, I grab a nearby lamppost and swing myself around like Gene Kelly, using the momentum to quickly turn around and look right at him.
Hell no.
He springs up into the nearest alley. I wonder if he thinks that somehow I did not notice. Should we hang around in silence or just keep walking? I feel I don't want to do this. Like, just hang around in silence. Yeah. A minute of silence. We must have given up. I'm about to walk away when an obnoxious voice, not belonging to the creep, catches my ear. It's coming from the same alley. It's followed by a loud crash from sounds like the metal side of a garbage dumpster. Followed by a painful moan. Maybe the stalker got himself in trouble. I mean, it's not really my problem, is it? It's not really my problem. Grab help. just grab someone and shove them in there. You know what? Kind of want to say like no. Let's check it out. I should let that creep deal with it himself. I should, but I won't. Can't have a moment's rest in this goddamn city, can I? As I barge into the alley, I notice two hooded jocks bullying my scrawny stalker. While the big guy wrestles with a high-tech smartphone, the sleeker one keeps punching. How nice of them to share responsibilities. Ooh. Turn them against each other. Now that sounds more fun, hey? The roughneck notices me, drops the phone and looks into my eyes. Big mistake. He freezes in place as I bore into his mind. Grab the little guy and keep running east as far as you can. The thug stiffens like it's the first time a complex idea has ever popped into his head. He turns towards his mortified body, grabs him, kicking and screaming, and takes off like a cartoon caveman with a kidnapped bride slung over his shoulder. Their struggle seemed so comically out of place in this dingy alley, couldn't help but chuckle. I pick up the peculiar smartphone on my way over to the stalker. Doesn't take a genius to figure out it belongs to him. The screen is locked and glitches oddly as soon as I touch it. No surprises there. The stalker seems relieved, but at the same time unnerved by the fact I'm holding his property. He tries to exhibit some confidence, but his trembling voice undermines the effort.
Listen, I don't want to sound so ungrateful or anything, but I'd like that back. It's not like you can use it anyway, right?
The nervous smirk on his already punchable face kind of makes me wish that I'd left him to his own devices. I'm of two minds about handing over something I could use to gain leverage over this sleazy asshole who's been stalking me for God knows how long.
Let's tease him a little.
What? This little thing right here?
Yes, that little thing, give it back.
Are you sure you want it back? Looks so tasteless and dorky. Overwhelmingly dorky. Wearing a Star Trek t-shirt on an opera, dorky. Like Elon Musk probably thinks it's chic and cool, dorky.
I ain't joking.
Did you see that? Almost dropped it right into the storm drain. Shit, that was close.
Oh, for fuck's sake, come on. My boss will disembowel me on the spot if something happens to that phone.
Say the magic word.
Jesus fucking... Yeah, okay, please, can I have it back?
The second he tries something, it goes back into my hands and under my heel. There you go. He catches the phone with the liveliness of a little boy getting his first video game console.
Thanks, Jules. I really appreciate that.
He knows my name and makes a point of bragging about it. Not particularly subtle. Why the fuck are you following me? Are you with the Camarilla? Did somebody tell you to watch my steps? He looks confused when I mention this sect's name. I realize after the fact it was probably a really stupid thing to say to a random creep.
Not sure what a Camarilla is? Sounds tasty, but my boss is an important guy. You want to be on his good side, let me tell you. That said, he doesn't tell me anything I don't need to know, and all I know is he wanted me to keep an eye on you tonight.
Something, you're being watched, something, powerful friends. That's the best you've got.
You're not getting anything else from me. If you want to finish what those alley rats started, go ahead. You were wasting your time, Jules.
He seems to brace for a hit, contorting his face into a confusing grimace which was probably meant to express bravado. I'm not going to give him the satisfaction. Fair enough. Call me Jules again, and this time, when you lose your phone, you'll need a proctologist to help you find it.
Yankee, ain't ya? We'll see you later.
You won't, if you know what's good for you. He doesn't respond. As he limps away, I realize that the rain is slowly letting up, and that once more, I'm left with more questions than answers. C'est le refrain de ma vie. It's the refrain of my life. Chorus, I guess, is the English word for refrain. I decide to get on my night and focus on the relief that comes with realizing I'm not the voyeuristic object of some creep's interest. Been there, done that. Wouldn't recommend. Time to get a move on. It's time to get back to work. I step inside the subway and head for my meeting with Kadir. Oh, for fuck's sake, I thought you were kidding. Nope. I couldn't reach her, but I know for a fact Hope is there. He's pointing in the direction of a double spiral building. And what is she doing there? Understand, she's the current leader of the company. Acting CEO, to be exact. No, you're pulling my leg. Of all the places in this city, the company that brags about creating IT solutions of the future, always surrounded by rumors of monstrous worker abuse, all sorts of ethical violations, trading information with government. and ending the career of a certain promising journalist and professional fuck-up who attempted to investigate them. Seriously? Attempted to investigate them seriously. You might be able to ask her both professional and personal questions. 2 birds with 1 stone. I don't get it. Last time I checked, the company belonged to Kara Montgomery. I'm told she quietly took a sabbatical a few months ago, and it sure looks like the kind of sabbatical you don't come back from. Sudden change of heart. Final death. Final death? Very possible, but I have no idea. I remember I was shocked when I first learned that one of my nemesis back in my old life was a vampire all along. When I realized her position made her untouchable to me, I was beyond mad. Well, whatever happened, it couldn't happen to a nicer person. What about her brother Jesse? You're asking me? Last I checked, you were the expert on this company. I just handle the basic intel for you, even though I shouldn't even really be here. Yeah, and I hope you realize I'm grateful. You'd better be. So, is Hope just another corporate shark? Well, she is the child of Carter. A theoretical pause. He smiles as he sees me wince, but very much unlike him. He took her in for her particular multifaceted talents related to the internet, knowing he's hopelessly behind the times in that regard. I hear she's been unruly, though. Well, unruly is good. I can work with unruly. So you're telling me she might not be a stuck-up startup bitch? Language, as I've told you a few times now, when it comes to the internet, just assume I haven't the slightest idea. I'm getting there myself. I haven't been able to check my emails for 5 months. I have no idea what the kids at BBB are talking about most of the time. Oh my god, I might be getting old. Don't worry. The moment you realize you don't give a damn about most fads you would have cared about years ago is a liberating one. Been there, done that, at the beginning of the 20th century. Damn! Old. Anyway, you'll probably hear Hope's story straight from the horse's mouth. I don't have much time, so I'll get straight to the point. You shouldn't be looking at anything in the main building. It's just a front, ignore that. What you want to do is use the elevators to get to the lowest floor of the building. Psst. Heard stories about the double spiral basement, but I had no idea what to make of them. Every source told me a different rumor. Did any of them tell you a rumor about an army of underground ghouls? No, but I'm all ears. Double spiral employees. An army of ghouls is a sheep workforce. They work and live underground, away from prying eyes, with less rights than regular kind employees. Perfect for business. Wow. I'm actually speechless for a second. I had profoundly low expectations at that company, but every time I learned something new about what's going on behind the scenes, I'm still surprised at the level of scumbaggery at play. I'll leave the moral judgments to you, expert. In any case, you'll need to reach room number 507 where the CEO supposedly resides. And then, get up to answer your questions. His old-timey flip phone vibrates. Speaking of, if you've got any left for me, it's now or never. I'm needed at the art hall now. What's the security? How's their security? Ah, yes, good question. As I know, it's cameras, body heat sensors, and some electronic locks. Sounds like, with some luck, I might manage to infiltrate the building as nothing but a glitch in the system. A glitch might still provoke an investigation, so be careful. It's rare that our curses turn into blessings. When it seems they have, it's usually a trap. I will keep that in mind. I'll keep your eyes peeled for the ghouls. The phone vibrates again. Well, that's it for me. Arturo is pestering me to show at the Elysium 5 minutes ago. Tell him I kindly suggest he should go fuck himself. Not in 1,000 years. Well, good luck with your mission, soldier. With a mock salute, he disappears inside his car and it drives away. Nothing left for me but to head in. Still, I'm anxious. There are two approaches to choose from, and whichever I pick, I will have to stick with it. If I force my way in and assert my authority bad cop style, that should make an impression. Bad bitch coming in with the entire court behind her back, bluffing her way to victory. Sneaking in and politely asking for cooperation seems like the less disruptive, more me option. But it's not like being me has taken me anywhere thus far. Shit, I kinda wish I was still stuck in my routine where I didn't need to be doing things like developing a personality. It's a bit of a coin flip, honestly. But I gotta make a choice here. Bleh. How do I approach double spiral? Okay, give me a moment. Hello, Exapole. Hello, hello, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Choices? Choices. Kick in the door or sneak in? Oh, also, I just saw there it says double spiral. Thank you, Exapole. Wait, I wanna see something real quick. Yo, yeah, thank you, Exapole. How do we? I wanna better stay covered. I wanna stay covered. Being aggressive is not me. I don't even want to think about the headaches I'd have to deal with. Not into a bad cop shtick. Yeah, no, that is Bruja thing. That is Bruja work. The less disruptive I am, the better the chance they won't get pissed off at me, and I do need Hope to be cooperative. This good cop approach should pay off. Eventually. Alright, let's do this. I cloak myself in shadows and let my instinct take over. The lobby isn't well lit, so it's not hard to get behind the lone security guard. He does notice something wrong with the security cameras, and it's the display a few times, but once he's done, I'm already inside an emergency staircase and making the descent. The doors to the deepest floor are locked, but it takes just a bit of brute force. And I'm inside. Hello, double spiral. Thought you wouldn't see me again, huh? Assholes. I look around and find an emergency evacuation map. Bullseye. Looks like all the information I need is here. There it is, room 504. Who puts room 504 in the basement? Person. Someone comes around. Looks like one of Hope's nerdy ghouls is here to sniff around, but I'm already in the shadows. I slink away as she starts patrolling the corridor, checking if everything is okay. Cameras, body heat sensors, electronic locks. Still, I'm managing. Bloop. I remain cautious, just like a deer would want me to, but it's surprisingly easy for me to avoid security. Progressing towards room 504 is far easier than expected. I reach the double spiral offices, where, just like a deer said, hordes of ghouls are slaving away for their company. Deep learning, spyware, social media manipulation, yada yada. The important thing right now is everyone is staring at their own screen, so it's easy for me to keep sneaking. She's there again. Pink-haired emo girl. Aside from the fact she still seems to be on my trail, only slowed by the fact she's thorough in her search, I better pick up the pace. And there it is. The final corridor. Time to announce myself. I slowly walk to the end of the corridor. There it is, room 507. The door looks... I had to, like, scratch stuff out of my... I scratch my eye, so... Anyways, the door looks harder to take care of than the other ones in this place. Probably won't be able to take care of it the same way I did the others. The door to the office of the current double spiral CEO. This fucking company. Get pissed off, but now I'm trying to control it. There's a camera by the door. If she knows what to look for, she can probably see I'm here on her screen. Just to make sure, I knock on the door. Oop. I'm a Camarilla detective and I will need you to answer some questions. Hope I know you're in there. Open the door. I will not leave until you do. I'm here on the behalf of the Sheriff of New York City. Hope. I keep pounding on the door and calling her name. After a minute or so, a voice rings out in the intercom.
Is that thing on? I guess it is.
Alright, I got your message loud and clear. I'll meet you in the offices. I'll be right there. Looks like you made it past poor Nastya. Get back to the offices and keep her company. She's probably beyond pissed off about you eluding her grasp. But don't make it a big deal, okay? Thank you for your cooperation. I'll be right there. What's up? I love a casual. What's up? On the one hand, clothes you could reasonably expect to find in any CEO's wardrobe. On the other, a body covered in tattoos, flashy jewelry, dyed hair, and wild makeup. The thought that... Oh, it's too slow. Okay. The thought that she might be yet another CEO playing the non-conformist crosses my mind, but she strikes me as someone who's more than happy to live in her own little bubble. Still, I won't be fooled. She is the boss of Double Spiral. So, how did you find me? Sheriff Kadir Al-Asmai did. You'd have to ask him. I take out a new cigarette without thinking. You can't smoke in here, lady. Just let her. Don't treat me like I'm your enemy. Come on, peace. A deep, relaxing drag. So, when did you realize I was here?
Right at the start. It was a momentary laser malfunction.
Lasted a second or two. Hasn't tripped an alarm, but I guess something was off. That's it.
Hunches have gotten my every job I've ever had, and just saved my life any time I got into a messy situation.
These days, the reality is too complicated to rely on anything else. Can't find a better head of security than our Nastya, and her hunches are the main reason why.
They're like a sixth sense.
What's that sixth sense? I'm curious about that sixth sense. Is that a ghoul thing?
It's that spy-like thing that borders on second sight. James Bond spotting a hidden knife in someone's shoe, Jack Bauer suddenly realizing you hate America.
That kind of thing. And where did you train that on? Second sight? Nastya shrugged.
It's just like making good music, lady. 50% hard work, 50% psychedelics.
Oh, I'll take your word for it. Lovely chat goats, but I'd love it if you saved it for later. I am CEO now. I have a lot of duties I must pretend to handle. I just need to ask you a few questions. Sure, yeah. Call me if you need me. I've got a weird hunch about this one, too. Don't worry, I'll disappear as quietly as I arrived. Yeah, I'd prefer to be sure that you left, lady, so that I can report it to my boss. We'll talk security later. Don't worry, this shit happens. For now, take 5. Nastya leaves, and I'm left alone with Hope in the corner of the office. It's funny to stand here in front of you. Oh, and, what's that? You people had me fired from my job before I was embraced. Ah, I see. You're that, Savinsky girl from Lodestar. Yes. So I never put 2 and 2 together. So you're the summer rep for the city now, huh? As she's talking to me, she keeps tapping at her phone with terrifying speed. I don't feel like I have her full focus, and it's getting on my nerves. Just so you know, I have no idea why you've taken Kara Montgomery's place, and I doubt you tell me, but that bitch deserves to burn in hell. Oh yeah, she does. Wait, did you just admit? Oh, yours is no. Jesus, this is why normal CEOs pay for PR people to talk to them, for them. I only agreed that she's a horrible person in every way that counts. Meow. Hoot hoot. Hello, Esme. Nothing more. How are you doing, Esme? Does she know that's what you think of her? Why did she let you take her position in the first place? What? I will just cut through the bullshit, okay, Miss Lodestar? I guess this is about Jesse and Kara covering this creepy ass. You've spent months on this case and you like some closure? Pretty much. Well, here's your closure. Double Spider has severed practically all ties with them. They don't work here. They get no company money. They probably won't ever show up here again. Doing okay, my skin burns a bit. Because I just took a shower. What kind of did you took a shower under, like... What? What kind of shower are you taking that your skin burns after? The company is not their circus anymore, and the workers are not their monkeys. I'm in charge now. Your skin gets sensitive when it gets cold. Okay, okay. Then I said nothing. Well, I still said something, but... I'm in charge now. So yeah, if there's anything you'd like to hear from me, I'm all ears. If you'd like from me, not hear from me. It wasn't just Jesse and his sister. This company has ingrained structures of abuse and immoral... It's windy. It also rained. Thank you, Exapol. I've ordered internal investigations and audits. Everyone related to those illicit activities and was disciplined. Legal actions, firing and rebukes, all depending on the severity of their misdemeanors. I don't have a stomach for all that creepy corporate shit, so I'm trying to steer this ship in the right direction. Don't know what else I can tell you. Dot dot dot. For fuck's sake. No matter how I look at it, seems like she's done everything I hope to achieve. The Montgomery clan is over. The queen bitch, a symbol of everything that's wrong with tech CEOs, is gone. Jesse, that perverted, embezzling son of a bitch, is gone. I should be glad, so why is there a sinking pit in my stomach? So that's capitalism, huh? This doesn't feel right. So that's capitalism, huh? Is it? I think it's something worse. When I look at the online world, I don't see capital robbing us. I only see incomprehensible vectors, unknown entities, constantly opening and closing various markets of information. This is something worse than what familiar 20th century terminology taught us. I don't know what it is, but it's terrifying and it will continue until we give it a name, you look like you need emotional support, not my depressing philosophizing. Well, uh, shit sucks, and I'm sorry. The biggest case in my professional life, solved by some weirdo who fucked Kara and Jesse over in presumably underhanded ways. It doesn't get more anticlimactic than this. Fucking hell. I want to ask her how she did it, but why would she tell me? I can guess is she's an outcast who decided to get her hands dirty and obtain power to do something she considered good. Something I've always been afraid to do. Anyways, I feel for you, but I have a lot of work to do, so if this wasn't just a trip down memory lane and you have any other questions, speak now or forever hold your peace. Okay? How's the Uwu I'm doing good. I had like an off day today. Like, I don't know, I feel kind of crappy most day. I slept not the best, and then I kind of felt bleh. So I like stayed in bed 4 hours after breakfast. I had like a slight headache most of the day, which got better when I ate like pizza from yesterday or like this morning. And then like we had sushi and like it got better. I don't know. Yeah, it sounds like a Sunday. It's not normal on a Sunday, at least not for me. I don't know. It was just kind of bleh. I'm doing okay otherwise. Leftover pizza is still the best. I mean, it's not the best, but like I won't complain about it. I'd say it like that. No, imagine grabbing the pizza box up at a regular. No, it was self-made pizza. And it was in the kitchen. Well, still, yeah. But yeah, doing good, doing good. Right. A few days ago, the Anarch Baron was found dead in his office. Are you familiar with the case? Douglas Callahan? Of course I'm familiar. Every kindred online is talking about it. And what are they saying? Glad to hear, glad to hear. Yeah. They're accusing everyone. I mean, it's the internet. Indeed, it is the internet. Just blame everyone. Are they accusing you? When would they do that? And I found a peculiar note in Callahan's remains. It had your name on it. Huh? What can you say about this? Nothing. I never met the guy. Never even seen him. It wasn't my crowd. Then why would he have a note with your name in his pocket? In his pocket says. Why were Walt Disney's last written words Kurt Russell? No clue. I watch her closely, but nothing suggests she's hiding anything. Well, the note actually contained 3 other names and nothing else. Agathon, D'Angelo, Tamika. Ringing any bells now? Her finger, which hasn't stopped moving across the phone touchscreen since I first saw her, freezes. Yeah, it kinda does, actually. It's a short list of promising unaffiliated kindred that was making their rounds in New York a few months ago. In case anyone needed a hero for hire. I didn't know Callahan had it. No, Sophie Langley did. As well as a few Primogen. Not sure about the Anarchs. Who could have prepared this list? One of the local information brokers? A short but telling pause. Anonymous? How anonymous? Sort of anonymous? She's obviously conflicted about whether she should tell me. Maybe she's pretending so that I warm it out of her. I've been a good sport ever since I walked through her door. Maybe appealing to her sense of morality will work. I really need your help. I want to prevent the tension between the local anarchs and the court from escalating, and every lead helps. I read that is Primo Gem. You've been playing too much. That one game. That one. With a pretty man. Which one? You know? That one. That one gacha one. I don't know the name right now. The one where they have the horrible German area. Like with Fischl and what's her fuck. God, what's the name of the game again? I forgot. I literally cannot remember. That's Genshin. Yes. Isn't that where Primo Gem comes from? Listen, I literally forgot the name, okay? She briefly considers her options, then gives up. It's my sire, Carter Vanderweyden. Who? He's brokering information? Everyone knows becoming the Prince of New York is his ultimate goal. That he wants to make friends in all the high places. Sharing useful information is a pretty effective way to achieve that. So you're telling me that he, a Mocavian primogen, sold this list to an anarch baron? Sure looks like it. Why would he suggest his own child to somebody? To have a person on his inside, just another way to further his information web? Wouldn't they realize you two are close? The story going around is he left me alone and I hate his guts. Or at least, half of that is true. Gotta luck a bit, gotta art, have good luck art. Have good luck art. Yes, that's the word. Have good luck arting. She's talkative. Probably sees me as a way to undermine Carter. Let's see how much further I can push this. Oh, let me grab something to drink. I'm sorry. Arting and farting. I mean, good luck farting, I guess. Listen, who am I to judge? Tootin' and hootin'. Hello, Salo, you play game? Oh, is the wall dude. He's a Waldo. Did I say that? Hello, thank you, Alex. Thank you, thank you. Okay, anyways, I took a drink. Let's see. Huh? I was wondering how someone like you could control a company like Double Spiral. I suppose a friend in high places would explain it. How book game? So far, doing good, I think. We discovered a magical blood book, visual novel, where we sneaked into a tech company, and, yeah. A sucky suck book? Well, in its own way, yeah. I mean, it was made by a, vampire, was it? Or warlock, I guess. Huh. I was wondering how someone like you could control a company like Double Spiral. I suppose a friend in high places would explain it. Yeah. Lucky me. Not happy about running Montgomery? Not happy about ruining Kara Montgomery? Ruining, not running. I know I'd be on cloud 9 if I did that. Oh, I was beyond happy. Just that... it's something different now. She stares at dozens of displays on the wall in front of her. Do you remember the Y2K era internet? Jesus, I barely remember the internet at all. People can't really use it. But yeah, I guess I sort of remember. Forums, GeoCities, browser wars, all those homemade amateurs, web pages. It was a golden age. Everyone was welcome to freely express their creativity and obsessions in this abstract new frontier. No formulated rules. Every site was a distinct new universe to explore. You know, as a kid, for some reason I kept savoring every website page that moved or changed me in some way. I don't even know why I did it, but today a folder with these is one of my greatest treasures. Fast forward to today. I'm the boss of a company that has one overarching goal: steer the online narrative in every possible way that benefits the Camarilla. Because the online world is so fucked right now, I can do it using only 5 websites or so. Every day I deploy thousands of believable sock puppets to force some belief on the masses. Right now they're being managed by these ghouls. Soon they will be partially managed by AI. Basically an all-American version of the Chinese 50-cent party. A new pattern of public opinion guidance. Ever since I was a teen, I've pretended to be different. People online... Wait, what? Oh. Okay, ever since I was a teen, I've pretended to be different people online for fun. Aping? Aping the posting patterns of others, and something I turned out to be horrifically good at. I became even better at it after the embrace. Something about the voice of Malkath in my head. After several years, I became a one-person internet empire. I could impersonate anyone. I dream of tulips, a humble florist from Chattanooga who strives to share positive energy with their audience using photos of beautiful bouquets. Motivational quotes, and the occasional The Office gift. Ed Wilbur Hufflepuff, a single mom from Brighton who reckons all these trans women must be bonkers and spends seemingly every waking moment of her life having a row with anyone who disagrees. Polygon Classist, a 19-year-old kid from Utah who keeps posting Y2K 3D renders of poorly proportional scantily clad ladies and telling his audience to remember what they took from you. Somehow this talent got me here, where it's no longer fun but work. Work I usually entrust to these ghouls because of all my duties. I want out before my fucking mind gets monetized. But Carter won't have that, so I'll keep doing my best for both him and Double Spiral's investors. That's why she wants me to look at him. I assume most of your operations focus on New York City? A lot of them, yes. How do you imitate a New Yorker voice with these sock puppet accounts? Living in Manhattan and being a mentally unstable makes this shit easy. To a normal, well-adjusted person from outside the city, everyone here seems mentally unstable. Ever watched that 9/11 Howard Stern show? No. Yeah, I was gonna say, what? Check it out someday. It's educational. Ask anyone in New York City about it and they're like, it was a great bonding moment. It was helping us make sense of everything. He kept saying what we were all thinking. And you listen to it and it's everyone yelling that we need to nuke something. Maybe the entire world. Get rid of all the Muslims, fuck human rights, no investigations, take their oil, cherry. Or cheery. You watch it, you study it, you witness that specific brand of humor in the face of tragedy, and you understand that nothing outside of New York City really exists for the people who live here. All the vampires. A foundational text, really. Whenever I need to get in that New York mindset of work, I let it play in the background. Works like a charm. Seriously, give it a shot sometime. Someday I might. For now, I think I will confront Vanderweyden with what you've told me. Is it what you haven't told me? What's the story? Me? Of course I haven't told you anything. You're such a good investigator, you figured it all out by yourself. And if he asks, just tell him Kaiser sold you the information. That should do the trick. I see. Thank you. What for? I did nothing. Let Nastya show you out. And if you don't know Vanderweyden's address, just ask her. Dot, dot, dot. Moon. Thank you for having me, Mr. Vanderweyden. No need, no need. I'll be happy to assist your investigation in whatever way I can, Miss Savinsky. I feel that was... If I never gave him this voice, with the one time he spoke, this is he speaks like a weird... I cannot do a Dutch accent, so he just gets like kind of hyper newscaster, politician kind of voice, I guess. God, he has too many teeth. And I mean, he has... Like, this looks very unsettling. They're too straight. That sickeningly sweet smile, and this office spacious but oppressive. He's a man who knows how to subtly unnerve people. Does he even realize it? And I'm sure the presence of the esteemed Addison Payne will guarantee I'm totally transparent. Am I right, Addison? Looks like I've interrupted a friendly meeting. In the far corner of the room I spot glasses of blood and 2 spittoons. Vices and follies of the rich. Are you sure I'm not wasting your time? Not at all. Busy as I might be, I can't say I'm not curious about the findings in the case. My thought, exactly. Now, how are you handling your newfound responsibilities? You need to pronounce the ... dots. I do sometimes. But it only when it doesn't fully take the seriousness out of the scene. I'm managing. I'll start by asking the obvious. Where were you the night of Dogly Callan met his untimely demise? Van Raiden raises an eyebrow and then lets out a restrained chuckle. Ha ha ha! Hey that, Edison. I might be suspected of foul play. Exciting, isn't it? Carter, no antics, please. Just answer the question. No, of course. Well, I was right here. Just like I told Prince Panhard, as much as I love to celebrate my power, sometimes one has to celebrate the amount of work piling up on their desk. So your alibi is you were right here. Alibi? Ha! Yes, I suppose. Can anyone back up your story? Well, I did make a few business-related phone calls as I was working, so there's that. That doesn't really answer my question, does it? Regards me with a stare reserved for a troublesome child. Miss Savinsky, this right here is my private little fortress, a space specifically designed to make me focus. I don't really let people in to break that focus. Aside from occasional esteemed guests, such as yourself, of course, and a few wonderful Mexican women responsible for the cleaning duties. Jesus Christ. So you don't have an alibi. The look in his eyes screams, why won't you at least pretend to try and get on board with my program, kid? I suppose. But why would that matter? Because I found something that belongs to you on the victim's person. ... Pardon me. Took the words right out of my mouth. We're not talking mortar weapon or something of that caliber, of course. No, well, it was a short list of 4 names, unaffiliated kindred, whose services could be useful to anyone interested in toppling the current power balance in New York City. Tamika, Hope, D'Angelo, Agathon. Excuse me, Miss Savinsky, but I'm afraid I don't follow. How is that something that belongs to me? I have it on good authority that it's a shortlist you've been shopping around to anyone interested here in New York City, be it the Camarilla or the Anarchs. Like, because you suck. Edison tenses up, and his host is not happy about it. This is just preposterous. I'm calling your bluff right here, miss. Nope, the bluff is coming right now. Mr. Van der Vaden, if you want to voice concerns about the information I have, how about you voice them to Kaiser? Not me. Addison turns to Van der Vaden, clenching his lips and gripping his wheelchair armrests tightly. ... For a brief moment, the ever-present smile on Van der Vaden's face goes missing, and the expression that replaces it reminds me of a horrifying void. Like a sneak peek into what's really going on in his soul. He quickly collects himself, but the image is burned into my retinas. To think these sort of unsavory rumors are circulating around me, I should be grateful you let me know.
I need to sit differently. There we go.
So you're denying it? Of course, I'm denying it categorically. You can bet your life savings on it. I certainly hope it is nothing more than an unfortunate blunder. A2, brute? Come on, Addison. We've known each other for years. Yes. And what about it? I will... Sweet Jesus, Addison. I will get back to you in a second. Any more questions, Miss Savinsky? Any of the names on the list sound familiar to you? No. I mean, yes, that is my long estranged child on your list, but that's just another reason why I flabbergasted anyone would consider it mine. I see. Well, I hope you understand why I'm considering you a prime suspect now. Yes, and I swear to clear my name as soon as possible. Scout's honor, any more questions? I'm good for now. Sheriff Aldersmy will probably contact you later. I will get in touch with him myself ASAP. Once again, thank you for your work. He extends his hand towards me, practically forcing me to shake it. And he puts his hand on my shoulder to lead me to the door, all too eager to see me off. Out of sheer curiosity, Mr. Vendevaden, I have one more question. It may be a bit random. I really didn't need to ask it, but I wanted him to die inside for a moment. ... Of course, my dear. A slightly strained tone suggests I may have succeeded. You seem like a person who couldn't live outside of New York City. By any chance, have you listened to Howard Stern's talk show after the World Trade Center fell? A tad unsure, but once again carefully controlled chuckle escapes his mouth. Ha ha ha! Geez, that is random, but well, ... New York, born and raised, just like you said. And of course I did. Your opinion? Same as everyone else. I was the spiritual guidance we needed that day, coming from the unlikeliest of places. A visceral response that verbalizes everything we felt. A beautiful moment of unity. Not that I'm into lowbrow jokes about Pamela Anderson and the typical shock value the show tended to offer, but ... As far as I'm concerned, Howard did an indispensable thing that day. Why are you asking? No particular reason. I thought it might give me some insight into the kind of person you are. It sure does, I guess. Well, that's the kind of person I am. Just your average New Yorker. So it seems. Well then, I'll leave you and Mr. Payne to your plans of conquering the city. Conquering the... Now that is spicy. Medicine, I love this girl. She's gonna go far, I'm telling you. She's got that spunk, that glint in her eye. Goodbye, Miss Savinsky. I wish you a pleasant respite and a swift success in your investigation. Good night. I make it a point to bow to Addison's servant, not the man himself. Doubt he even noticed, but at least these invisible displays of rebellion make me feel a little better about myself. Alright, the faster I leave, the better. Julia. Father, how are you holding up? I'm fine, stumbling around and hoping for a miracle to happen, like always. She's so snarky, I love her. No better place to ask for a miracle than behind these gates, you know. So I hear. As I pass him the report about Ailing and Agathon, I look around, but Benoit is nowhere to be seen. Oh no. Do we ignore it or do we mention it? Do we... So my first instinct is to go like finally a one-on-one chat. but another is just to not mention it. Hmm. Give me a second to think about it. I think we make the snarky remark. Finally, a one-on-one chat. It feels nice to be able to chat one-on-one for once. Ah, yes. I knew you'd say that. I had errands to run, and I thought it might be for the best if Benoit took care of these. Wasn't in the mood for a childish spat tonight, huh? Something along those lines. Listen, can't you think of something to placate him? Placate him? How? Exactly. Benoit won't accept anything less than me joining a covenant. Like a worried parent, a basic gesture here and there, showing up in church from time to time and pretending to listen would get him off your case. Yeah, but why would you humor someone like him? I mean, I've been through this song and dance before with my own worried parents when I was a teenager. Wandering in the forest until mass was over, not even being able to smoke because they pick up the scent. Not the best moments of my life, you know? And a part of the reason I'm distancing myself from them. I don't need this fake energy in my life, but I'm honestly weirded out by you asking me to lie. I'm not asking you to lie, Julia. Let me ask you this way. Are you a spiritual person? I guess I am. Kind of. Always was. Suddenly being able to see ghosts did not change a thing. I think it's mostly because seeing the world as purely material seemed boring to me. Somehow. You are. And you were raised Catholic, so can't you find a way to express that spirituality in our church? Don't see a way right now. And why is that she? I love how snarky she is. I sigh. The fact that I had to sigh that moment made it even better. Too many people who think my soul needs to be saved because I live with a woman, for starters. I don't know, there's a lot of reasons. Like the sin of drinking blood every other night, feeling some primal fear whenever I walk by clergymen whose faith seems to actually be genuine. That one sounds like an excuse about your relationship with God, not other people. Dot dot dot. In theory, but back in the old country, I... Fuck. Wait. In theory, but back in in the old country, I've heard my share of What kind of word is that? Homilies? Let me look that up. What the fuck? Homilies? Is that how you pronounce it? Homily? Pronunciation. No, that's a whole different word. Homily. I guess it's with an I. Homily. Homily. Okay, so it is homilies. Okay, sure. And it is our sermons, our discourses, particularly those that follow a scripture reading, which offer a moral or religious commentary and explanation. They serve as a form of instruction, reflection, and exhortation within a religious context, often used in Christian services to explain sacred texts and their relevance to the... Okay. So it's Bible reading stuff. Anyways. I've heard my share of homilies that felt like complete condemnations of my kind, and none that would condemn hate towards people like me. And you know, when church-adjacent people try to stir shit about your very existence, every few months, some minimal support would be appreciated. Sorry, all you can count on is silent complicity. I get it. I know there's a lot of work to be done, and a lot of undeserved hurt going around, but listen, I don't even want to talk about it. I fucking hate the tone I use when I talk about it. I sound preachier than those preachers, and my biggest dream is just not give a shit. But I remember things, like the story about a guy from my hometown, most macho guy around with a jaw you could sharpen a knife on, who became an actor in Warsaw. Very successful, deservedly so. The capital might not be New York City, but it is still a big city. And big cities go to the heads of bumpkins like us. In his case, it resulted in a dream of coming out to his parents. He was surrounded by all these stories of openly queer people. Played one, even, so he thought he had a chance at making it work. So he goes back to his town, tells everyone he's gonna live this truth. His dad, a ruling party-adjacent businessman, curses him. His uncle takes him into the bushes and starts to destroy him physically. It's so bad he gets put in the ICU, his face and jaw get ruined. For good. Fast forward a year or two, with his career over, the guy is stuck in his parents' rustic house with no other path to follow. He turns to God, who tells him to forgive his kin. Everything is fine again. Angelic choirs sing of divine mercy. A kind-looking priest talks about protecting our families. A man sits in the front row of the church, a disfigured smile on his face. But that story alone didn't drive me away. One time when I saw how blissful he was, I could swear he was actually able to hear God whispering to him. He looked like a saint. It fucked me up so bad I left. ... I feel nauseated now. Maybe I'm still reeling from hearing about Kara and Jesse Montgomery. No. Oh, I missed it. There we go. Now if we could never talk about it again, that'd be great. I know that I tend to sound like a loser who loves to pontificate about shit I can't change, but I at least keep trying to change myself, damn it. ... I won't offer empty platitudes, but I think I can understand what it was I was meant to understand. I hope I haven't insulted you in any way. Whatever. I've learned not to hold people responsible for what the rest of their organization is doing. It would be hard looking in the mirror otherwise. Not that there's much I could see in the mirror right now. God damn it. I had to take the seriousness out of the moment. Hmm. A second. I'm just wondering about one thing. There's always a cross on your chest. I like how it goes with my outfit. Is it just a fashionable accessory to you? Good night, Father. Ooh, I mean, I know he means well, but thing is they're also really good at doing the thing they're doing. Yeah, I think we'll just leave. We don't want to talk about it. Good night, Father. ... Have a good night, Father. I find her sitting in bed, scrolling through Pinterest on her phone. So, how are you doing, detective? I fall on the bed, bury my face in the pillows, and scream. That bad, huh? Jesus, that's such a mood. I don't want to tell her about Double Spiral. I still have to figure out how I feel about it. I'm just not cut out for this. Oh, shut up. If you aren't, who is? Sherlock Holmes? Hercule Poirot? Columbo? Mads Mikkelsen's boyfriend from Hannibal? Whatever his name was. I don't know. Someone who can actually put two and two together? You can't fool me into believing you're incompetent, you dumbass. I've read your articles. Don't pretend you suddenly forgot how to do your job. I haven't, but I've got no evidence, no witnesses, no promising leads, nothing. I just stumble around assuming things, talking big. Blech. Honestly. Why is the bleh the most relatable thing in this whole conversation? Just bleh. So you're like, I don't know, Jack Nicholson in Chinatown, and he actually solved his case. And then wished he never took it up. Was that supposed to cheer me up? I'm just saying that the situation you're in sounds an awful lot like Chinatown. Depraved elites, big plans for the city, blah blah blah. Yeah, and that's depressing. It is what it is. I just think you should approach it this way and look for a solution to your problem. To your problems outside of the box. Not as a mystery, but maybe like a trap to escape. Maybe. I like their dynamic. Throw myself on the bed again and lie there for a bit, staring at the ceiling. So what is that? B for kindness? The fuck? Reefer madness, close enough. Adults only. Oh, could be from it. Maybe it's a strip club or something. Then I approached Dakota from behind and tucked her sleeve to draw her attention.
Psst. Hey.
Hmm? Put the phone away. Now? Come on, Jules. We can't do this every night. Got my own work and I need to worry about anemia. You said it yourself. Besides, I was just looking for inspiration. ... I rub against her clothes with my face like a cat. You're impossible. Haven't you noticed what's going on in the news? People are going absolutely insane about the virus. Cancelling trips and orders and... Pretty please. I can't, honey. I have to replenish my stash, and besides, I'm worried about overuse. My brain is working a bit too slow. My balance is off. I was just thinking I miss meditation. She's giving me clear signals she just wants an excuse, and even though it would be the irresponsible thing to do, I know she's insatiable. She's usually the one who takes the initiative. Let's try a final push. I bite her ear and whisper in it. No drugs tonight. Let's do this raw. Yeah, the things I never thought I would say on stream. She throws her hands up in the air. Victory! Jesus, you're greedy these days. Always have been. Haven't you noticed? Well, I don't know what they're doing is resting, but... Oh, you're up early. Yeah, told you, good work to do. I stretch. It's admirable. Reminds me of that one quote you always used to throw around. A lot of people say you can't smoke dope and get drunk when you got kids, and that's not true. You can, but you still gotta get up in the morning. That's being responsible.
That's a long quote, what the fuck?
That's the one? I never understood why it was so hilarious to you. Neither did I. I just accepted the mystery and made it my personal credo. I'm a responsible person. Are you planning to have kids? Not in a million years. By the way, you've got mail. An envelope by the door. It's from Kadir. Inside is a message saying he won't be able to make it tonight, but will rendezvous tomorrow to meet D'Angelo. He wants me to lay low until then, and to stay in this apartment if possible. Apparently nobody knows where Tamika is. They only know she's in trouble, and he doesn't want me near it. Well, what is it? Uh, I don't want to lie to her. Dot. Sorry, it's, top secret. Shit, almost caught myself putting you at risk. Phew! Dot. Anyway, I should get going. I don't want to lie to her. What is it exactly what we're doing right now? What the fuck? It would be fun to spend some more time together, you know? Dakota, you know this is important to me. I know, but I'd like to know I'm important to you as well. Oh, no. It is so sad to hear. That makes two of us. Just a few more days. I'll find the killer, kick his ass, get a promotion, and we'll do something we've never done before. Like what? Question. I'll think of something. For now, catch up with your work. I need to get going. Fine. Good luck. Stay safe. You know it. This place is weirdly empty tonight. Oh well. I'll have the usual. Feel there's a big "what are we doing in this relationship" talk coming if I don't change my ways. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised it hasn't already happened, but most of the time Dakota has seemed happy enough to just listening to the stories of my own life. Even if it's all boring and normal to me, it's exotic and engrossing to her. Because I have that going for me. Oh well. No idea what to do tonight. So I'll just do the obvious thing and wing it. These vagabond shoes are longing to stray right through the very heart of it. Or however it went. I don't know the reference. Time to lose myself in these busy streets and pray that the answers I'm looking for are out there. And if they're not, maybe I'll at least find some amusement or blood instead. Ooh, who are these people? No, camera shyness. No, I don't want to be part of your goddamned interview. Look, can I not be bothered for one goddamn second? You're not listening. Or Prince of Cats. I need to resolve this thing with Dakota. As if going around in circles on behalf of the court wasn't stressful enough. Maybe a visit to some quiet neighborhood will help me clear my head. Ooh, okay, that's... I like this. I think we should put time in for Dakota. This doesn't tell me anything. Also, this lady looks very creepy. Prince of Cats. There is the distinct vibe of Manhattan's residential area. Where's my mouse? It's like, I tried to click, but nothing happened. Dot. And then unmistakable scent of casserole enveloping the surroundings in a heavenly aura. The atmosphere of desolation makes it feel like purgatory, though. There's not a single soul inside, and crap. Looks like I'm not alone after all. Some guy exerts himself climbing a nearby tree. I instinctively take a step to the shadows to remain outside his line of sight, but I can barely see anything from where I stand. Let's just move closer, you know? My inner voyeur is squirming for more details. I move a few steps closer, keeping to the shadows. For a good while, all I can hear is heavy panting. Come on, dude, this oak isn't even that tall. Sure, looks like it's the first time the guy ever tried climbing a tree. It takes a long time for the mysterious trespasser to steady his breath and carry on. As soon as he crawls out of the tree's crown, the dim streetlight reveals the face of a young guy in his early 20s. Against the spectacular night sky and with his exaggeratedly tormented, romantic gaze, he truly looks like a hero befitting the cover of a Harlequin paper bag. He sizes up one of the longer branches. It seems sturdy enough and nearly reaches a narrow window on the second floor. Still, the guy is hesitant. Alright, no biggie, just eyes on the prize. He moves a few steps along the branch, his feet slipping every other step on his way to the window. By some inexplicably fluke, he manages to keep his balance. Once he makes it far enough, the branch slowly bends under his weight. He kneels down, probably calculating his chances to make it over to the windowsill. My guy, if you pull this off, it will be a legit miracle. Well, is somebody there? Oh shit, should have been more careful. The trespasser pivots rapidly, startled by the sound of my voice. Just as he notices me, he loses his footing and dives straight to the front yard of the nearest house. Oh shit! He drops to the ground with a muffled thump. Luckily for him, the lawn hasn't been trimmed for a while and the tall grass cushions his landing. Somewhat. As soon as he recovers, the guy gets up and starts limping towards the fence. He tries to climb over, but quickly ends up back on the ground, clutching his leg in pain. He turns to me and starts begging under his nose. Hey, you! Ouch, shit. Please, I'm hurt. Do me a solid and open the gate. Well, with his ankle twisted, he's not going to get out of this mess on his own. It's not like I'm particularly law-abiding. Sure, let's help him. So, why shouldn't I help him? Just stay where you are. Don't move. I don't know how to. Shut the fuck up. Relax. I got this. In 2 swift, bouncy steps, I reach the front gate. Obviously, it's locked, but it's not like that ever stopped me before. Once I'm sure no one can see me, I focus my strength on the gate and pry until the quiet crack announces that the lock has given in. The extraction goes as smoothly as it ever could. I get in quickly, take the guy by his arm, and help him slowly limp out of the front yard. I let go of him a few steps later. He leans against the fence with noticeable relief. Ouch. Thanks, man. I really appreciate it. Did it say trees, passer? What the hell were you doing up there? Well, this is embarrassing. More than falling on your ass like that? He chuckled slightly and looks up at the window, the same one he was trying to reach a few moments ago. This is gonna sound pathetic as hell, but my crush lives in this house. Her shithead father kind of hates my guts, so we get together in secret. Because of her folks nagging, she can't seem to make up her mind about us. She explicitly told me not to swing by her house, but you thought it was a good idea to climb up the walls of her keep like a goddamn Prince Charming and break your neck in her front yard? My remark really gets to him. Yeah, but what can I do? Give up on her? When in my heart of hearts I know she loves me just as much as I love her. If she's not sure because her parents don't like you, I don't know if she does. ... It ain't easy being this cheesy. She's got you good, huh? That she does. Well... Not our problem, really. Not our problem. Ooh. But, Throw a rock at the window. Tell him to confront her father. Oof. Or do we just eat him? No, okay, see. I think if we feed on him, either nothing happens, or she will look outside, see him be kissed by us, and we will ruin his relationship. I'm a hopeless romantic with... Okay, let's throw a rock at the window. Tough shit, pal. Think fast. I pick up a round pebbles and toss it at the window. In a few seconds it opens with the creak of a wooden frame, followed by the muffled but undeniably happy voice of the resident. Prince, what are you doing down there? I told you... Babe, I have something important to tell you. Can we talk for a moment? She hesitates for a second, but quickly jumps back into her room. Recollect, lover boy? Maybe not literally this time. He nods at me with gratitude while frantically dusting his jacket off, readying himself for a surprise rendezvous. I give him a casual salute and leave. As I walk away, I just hear smooching coming from the front yard. Makes me smile, if only a little. My peeping eyes scores another victory. What a cute story. Heartwarming. Nostalgic. Just too bad it's too cliché to steal for my writing. What? You don't write anymore? Yeah, but it's not like you can simply stop thinking like a writer. Gotta use that energy somewhere else. Somehow. But for now, let's just start heading downtown. All of a sudden, the world ends. Everything stops. I'm lost in the darkness, and there's not even a heartbeat to guide me. It's like sleep paralysis, except it feels as if I suddenly woke up from reality instead of a dream. Instinctively, I react to it the same way I used to react whenever I woke up in the middle of the night, aware but not able to move or speak. I just wait for it to pass. But instead of slowly regaining control, I just see a bizarre room emerge from the darkness. Just look at her flesh. Just look at her flesh, refusing its fate. It is, 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 it is. It is not the one you were looking for, is it? He was like a lamb to the slaughter, and as a sheep is silent before the shearers, he did not open his mouth. There is none righteous, not even one. There is none who understands. There is none who seeks for God. All have turned aside together. They have become useless. If anyone curses his father or mother, he must be put to death. Raging waves of the sea foaming up their own shame, wandering stars for whom is reserved the blackness of darkness forever. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but
against. But against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places.
Which of them? Wait.
This one. This one. This one when I speak like this.
No, that's not even the one I did just now. Wait, I go...
If I go deep and then speak like this? You mean if I speak like this?
It's all just speaking while you breathe in and out. It's very weird. It's hard to explain.
And in those days, men shall seek death, and shall not find it, and shall desire to die, and death shall flee from them.
Whenever I become one with the darkness, there's always this nagging fear that it might be impossible to become the normal me again. I mean, from my knowledge, the darkness that the La Sombra enters is actually just the abyss. That, instead of the shadows returning to normal, I will let my consciousness be dragged somewhere else. Somewhere between the worlds. Or at least something that resembles the idea of the abyss. Somewhere like this. Wherever this is. This is the first time that fear has come true.
Are you afraid?
It's a bad idea to answer. Don't do it. Yes.
Excellent.
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 I think I need to sit in this chair.
I think
I need to sit in
this chair.
Huh. So, do we sit in this chair, or sit in this chair? It's quite the difficult choice. I think I love the middle option to sit in this chair. I sit in the chair.
Still in the late years and unworthy of joining the rest. However, the path is open, and it is a path of obligation, liability, and debt that will be repaid one day. And when she asks you what brought you here, let your response be a scent of death.
Suddenly, I feel my mind beginning to drift away from here. I'm slowly starting to regain control over my thoughts. No, you aren't. Yes, I am. Fine. Think whatever you want.
Are we Malkavian part blood?
I find myself in a dark corner, leaning against a wet, cold brick wall. I think I'm conscious again, back from wherever it was, awake but in an unfamiliar place. Well, let's just hope it's still the New York City. I emerge from the shadows to see where I am. A source of light above my head momentarily blinds me, causing me to instinctively raise my hand. As I do, I hit some sort of garbage bag with my hand. It falls to the floor, letting loose a metallic dink. What the fuck? What the fuck? A woman. I feel her hand grabbing my clothes. She brutally drags me closer. Hello, Lofty, da me, da you, das. With one of my hands already above my head, I raise the other. Easy, peasy. Easy, peace. I mean you no harm. How are you doing, Lofty? How long have you been here? I don't know. I've got no idea what I'm doing. Here, or in general, really. It's like sometimes the forces I control figure out how to control me. What are you? A junkie? No. You're kindred. Yeah. Keep your shit together, damn it. Thank you for the hat, Pedlovdi. Julius Savinsky, the representative of the La Sombra in New York City. Camarilla? Uh-huh. I'm a Camarilla investigator. Well, if you came here to catch me, you're gonna be sorry. You tried, Miss La Sombra? No. Stop right here. I wasn't ordered to catch anyone. I'm just investigating Douglas Callahan's death. This surprises her. She loosens her grip tight slightly. Callahan is dead? Nothing left but a rotten carcass and a musty robe. Oh, I'll be damned. I've been off the grid for too long. What brought you here? A memory from a different world pops up in my head. Yeah, I think I know the right answer. A scent of death. She lets me go. I rub my eyes and finally get a good look at her face. Ooh, Tamika. Hell yeah. Oh, what happened to her arm? Buddy. She's gorgeous. And judging by her nomadic clothes and particularly fierce aura, she's probably an outlander. Or maybe not. Outlander. Clan Gangrel. Clan Gangrel is made up of those who have fallen through the cracks of society. They call the cruelest neighborhoods home, and they consider this a point of pride. They hold few domains and follow no prince. This clan embraces from the ranks of those who have already spilled blood and had their blood spilled, who have survived the harshest conditions, who have fought against horrible odds and still came out on top. Prison gang leaders, vagrants, and any other kind who has seen the darkest side of this world. Occasionally told, you'll see one who breaks this mold and pursues knowledge or influence instead. Among the Gangrel, respect is everything, and is always earned, never given. Commonly referred to as wolves, ferals, and outcasts, or, if you want to piss them off, animals, strays, or savages. Well, we'll have a talk, you and I. What's your name? Tamika. Pass me a smoke, will you? If only it could, my heart would skip a beat right now. Tamika, because once again, someone out there led me to the proper path. Solo has come back to say hi. It's bedtime also. Sorry, Solo was lurking this stream. Don't worry, Solo. Just you being here at all is very much worth a lot. No worries. I hope you have a good bed time. Take care of yourself, buddy. When I pass her a cigarette, I realize I'm standing in something wet. Something that smells tasty. I look at my feet and see a puddle of water mixed with blood. I get it. Were these guys First Light? The high-powered guns and expensive-looking outfits, flashbangs, tasers, all those, all chosen specifically to combat the undead. I recognize that equipment from some horror stories I've heard. First Light, SI, USS Usocom, what the fuck? Whatever they call themselves, they all bleed out the same. Usually before I have the chance to ask them a single question. Government-funded inquisitions. inquisitors. Some claim they're connected to the US government. Some claim they're supported by the anti-kindred faction in the Holy See. Some have even wilder theories. You did this all by yourself? Have you seriously seen nothing? Nothing at all? I shake my head. Believe it or not, I have no idea how I got here. Just kinda let the shadows guide me. Is that little Sombra thing? I've never actually talked to any of you. No idea what you guys can actually do. Still learning the ropes myself. Go with the flow and all that. My embrace was just a few months ago. Huh. So you folks are with the Ivory Tower now. Last I checked, you were with the Sabbat. The Camis wouldn't forgive all of the troubles you've caused them overnight. The Sabbat. An extremist sect that fully enjoys their predatory tendencies and doesn't think highly of mortals. Largely believed to be embroiled in bringing about an eschatological vampire-on-vampire conflict known as the Gehenna War. Driven away from the West over the last few decades. I've heard that New York City used to be Sabbat-controlled until 1999. The La Sombra, my clan, used to be the thinkers behind these wackos, but we've since thrown our lot in with the Camarilla. Some nice drink. Again, I'm practically still a neonate. I just know there's a lot of bad blood between my clan and the others, and that I can expect at least one glare of pure contempt whenever I visit Elysium. Neonate, a teenager in kinder terms, knows more than a fledgling, but still relatively newly embraced. I'm one, and it'll be a few decades before I can grow out of these shoes. It is true. Ha! I see. We smoke in silence for a short while. So, did you kill them all yourself? You haven't answered my question. You did this all by yourself? Yeah, been hunting these guys for the past few months. Aren't they extremely dangerous? Almost got me for good last year. Took me a few weeks to get back in action. And why are you doing this? Those motherfuckers have an unfortunate tendency to hurt people I care about. My brothers, my sisters. I see. I don't know how it's in other cities, but here, funny enough, they only seem to target marginalized and radicalized kindred, ones that could theoretically pose a threat to the current order. Meanwhile, the establishment in New York City hasn't really changed ever since Calibros stepped down. Quite the opposite. Every SI raid in the city has only strengthened the old paradigm. I remembered how to pronounce that word. Huzzah. almost makes you think that their goal is something other than protecting the citizens from the blank blank body menace. Tomika throws her cigarette into the puddle, unfinished, and crushes it under her heel. She obviously has difficulty smoking. It's like she's only ever tried it a few times. I assume she saw me carrying a pack and decided to try to calm her nerves after the battle. Or maybe she just wanted an excuse to make our conversation less awkward. Who knows? So, are you planning to snitch on me, Shadow Girl? Why would I do that? Let me get this straight. You really think I'm dumb enough to believe for 1 second that a Camarilla investigator would just so happen to stumble upon the alley where I just killed a bunch of SI motherfuckers? If so, you're the one who's dumb, sister. I don't care if you think I'm dumb. I don't care about SI. I don't care if you believe it was a happy accident I met you, especially considering not even the sheriff knows where you are. But I care about solving the mystery of Callahan's death, and as it happens, you're one of the pieces of the puzzle. What? What are you talking about? I found this on his body. Well, what remained of it. I show her the notes. She tries to grab it to read it, but I don't let her. Aside from your name, we've got Hope, Agathon, and D'Angelo. You know them? Passingly. Any idea why Callahan would need a list of all your names? I might know why. Yeah. Do you? Absolutely. Do you know a man going by the name of Torque? Huh? Of course I do. Do you know about his connection to Boss Callahan and by proxy to this list and me? No, I'm all ears. Oh, too bad. Too bad, because it's classified intel, sister. What do you mean by classified? Not free. Oh, great. As if I were in the position to, or could afford any sort of quid pro quo. But fine, let's hear it. What do you want? She motions toward the bodies. I've killed too many of these assholes. Tightening the screws. As it is, New York City is no longer safe for someone like me. Well, not that it ever was. Oh man, bracing for something unreasonable. What I need is a way out of the city. You offer that to me, I'll give you the intel you need. Huh? Look at that. That's something I can handle, actually. Yeah. She raises her eyebrows. That's a surprisingly confident answer for practically still a neonate. I'm something of an immigration officer. Psst. Gotta say, you sound awfully close to a cop. Almost as bad. A bureaucrat. I know of a secret pathway that would lead you to the West Coast. 100% safe travel, and if you took it, it'd be untraceable. Sounds too good to be true. What's the catch? Wait until you see how much it costs. The only reason I know of this route is because a certain Nossi criminal group reached out to me on account of my position. Oh, Nosferatu, okay. The clan of the hidden are the untouchables of our world. Lepers, sewer rats, carny, scabs, orlocks. Embraced by a Nosferatu results in extreme disfigurement, a nasty side effect of their blood. Their grotesqueries can mimic birth defects, cancer growths, or horrible injuries. But the Nosferatu are, by default, the most compassionate of the kindred, probably due to the humiliations they suffer on a daily basis. To blend in, some call on the blood to wear the burrowed faces of their victims, or to vanish altogether. Others get very, good at stagecraft, costumes, prosthetics, and makeup. Anyways, because a certain Nazi criminal group reached out to me on account of my position and offered a mutually beneficial deal regarding illegal kindred travel. Normally, I refuse, but they offered me the only thing that can buy me.
A lot of cash. I mean, a lot of cash is a very compelling argument, isn't it?
Fine then. Money's not an issue. Well, that's something I never had a chance to ever say in earnest. Okay then. Okay. Well, guess you want me to help you out first? Guess you want me to help you out before you do anything for me? Of course. But would you ever accept this kind of deal?
I don't know.
Like, so I need to think of something that actually benefits both of us. She's lost in her thoughts for a moment, then speaks up. Have you met Torque before? In the course of your investigation, or before? I can't say I have. I wanted to, but on the Anarch side I only managed to meet Mia, and she wasn't keen on the idea of the two of us meeting. Ah yes, Mia. Her expression betrays she's got some vicious stories to tell, but it would be beneath her to divulge them. Too bad. Maybe it could be a bonding experience. So here's the thing. A few months ago, Torque and I were together. A lot of things happened, and long story short, I no longer feel close to him, but from what I know, he still feels close to me. When I thought there might be something between us, I gave him a ring that has a lot of sentimental value to me. And since these days sentimentality is all that keeps me going, I want it back. I just looked investigatings. The fuck was I on when I wrote this title today? Investigatings? You know what? I'll keep it. Apparently, I cannot English. So my suggestion is, tell Torque's people I sent you to get inside this base of operations. Meet up with him, ask him your questions, and convince him to give my ring back. You get to interrogate him, then I get to have my ring back. Then you hear my side of the story, then just say it was intentional. Yeah, definitely. I mean, you know, of course it was. Duh. Then you get to hear my side of the story, then I get to leave the city with your help. Everybody wins, more than once. They will really let me in just because I tell them you send me? They will. Trust me. That sounds too easy. It causes the two of you to drift apart. Irreconcilable differences in worldview. That definitely is not how you pronounce that, but honestly I don't care right now. Well, I assume so, but that's a diplomatic relationship drama of two ex-lovers. Wait. That's a diplomatic answer. If I'm going to involve myself in the relationship drama of two ex-lovers, I'll need something more to go on. Will you? Yeah? She picks her words carefully. I realized I had become an element of his carefully crafted, projected image. Having me as a radical partner allowed him to present himself as a mediator, or paying lip service to the revolutionary ideas. A mediator. It's the 21st century for you. Everyone wants to be a middleman these days, and nobody wants to do what's right. You're serious? Whenever I hear about Torque from the Ankilla, they talk about him like he's the second coming of Mao. Have you ever seen that? It's only because from the time to time people like me pushed him into doing an easy thing. Ever heard of the southern wolf and the northern fox? Both of them want to eat you for dinner. Only the southern wolf makes it immediately obvious. The tricky northern fox makes eyes and allows you to pet him before taking a bite. Torque loves to surround himself with northern foxes. They talk of compromises. They seem reasonable compared to the opposition, but at the end of the day they only have eyes on the prize. Power. I think this gives me a foreboding feeling, but I can't quite nail down why. Alright, tell me where to go and I'll tell you where we'll meet later. Brrrr. Well, gone after the hay. Good night. Well, I mean, I'm ending now because this is scene change and I've streamed for 3 hours plus a bit. But still, have a good night, Esme. Thank you for the company. I hope you all had a good time. Oh, Solo's still awake. Okay, then here, do your thing, Solo. Boom. It's your favorite screen. It's the end screen. Go ahead, do your thing. Oi! Oi! Where are you going? I'm going to raid out. See who's online. Send you people somewhere, which most of the time means that you join, get the points, and then you leave. Let's see. The model debut. Yeah, you know what? Why not? Pixie Pond is sweet, is cute, and has a special event because I think she just she just got her. Thank you for the hat pet. Okay, mom. Because she just got a new come on, a model. Great. Pixie Pond. Pixie Pond, a nerd, a rope like RPG loving VTuber as well. Give her some love, be kind, or just chill there, or I don't know, go to bed. I don't know, your choice. Anyways, it has been lovely. I'll be back Tuesday. Whether or not it's gonna be Wednesday or Friday where there's gonna be Balding Gaze, I'll have to check out with the girls. But Tuesday is gonna be I have no mouth and I might scream, which I still need to look into. And then Thursday is gonna be Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, and then either Wednesday or Friday is gonna be Balding Gaze, and then Sunday is gonna be more of this. So I hope you're looking forward to it. Have a good one. Take care of yourself, and if you can, take care of others. If not, just be kind to others. And if you can't be kind to others, just